Hi guys, my name is Vince Greenwald. I'm a teacher over at East Nashville Magnet High School, and 6 months ago I was in your shoes. I was about to start as a new teacher in MNPS, and I'm making this talk because while I really love this job, there were a lot of times last semester where I thought to myself, I am not very good at this. And there were a lot of mistakes that I made in the classroom last semester that I just hope that you guys don't have to make. One of them I'm going to talk about today. So one of these mistakes that I made in my first semester of teaching is that I far too often forgot about the battles that my students were facing outside the classroom. A story to illustrate this. One day I had a student come in during a speech day who told me right away, she said, "I'm not giving my speech today." And I told her right back to her, I said, yes you are. You're giving your speech today or you're going to get 2 grades taken off. And she said, "No, I'm not giving my speech today." Then I started to think something was up. I said, "Okay, is there something wrong?" And she nodded. She said, "Yeah, there's something wrong." And I called her to the side of the room and I asked, "What's going on?" And she told me that her speech had been written about her cousin, who was a role model, a really pivotal figure in her life. And she started to cry, and she told me through tears that her cousin had died the night before. And I tell you this story because our students are facing battles that we as teachers will never fully understand. Our class is not the end-all be-all in their life. There are other things going on, and we don't need to understand the details of what students are facing outside of our classroom, but we do need to know that those things are real and they affect what goes on in our class. So as a first semester teacher, I so often lacked that general level of compassion for my students, that empathy for my students, that showed that I cared, that showed that I understood that there was things going on in their life. And because of that, my relationships with my students suffered. So just one thing I want to challenge you guys with is that as you go into your classes, know that if you don't have compassion for your students, then it's going to be really hard to develop positive relationships with your students. We need to be compassionate. We need to be empathetic for our students and realize that our class isn't the only thing going on in their lives. And as I say that, I don't mean to lower expectations for our students. Our students can achieve the world. But what I do mean is, as you have those high expectations, have high empathy as well. Have high compassion as well. Make sure your students know that you care about them as individuals. On that idea of caring for our students as individuals, there's one thing that I did this past semester that I think went a long ways in terms of building relationships with my students. It's simple. I made birthday cards for my students. Just simple cards that let them know, hey, it's your birthday. I mean, they already knew that, but just let them know that I care about them as individuals, not just like as numbers or grades or as people that I'm paid to teach, but as people that I really care about. So I made these birthday cards, and this was something that I think was really effective in terms of building relationships with students and students opening up and trusting me. And this is something that I really hope other teachers get behind, because celebrating a kid's birthday is awesome. I had a quote that I printed off on all these different birthday cards, and then I would write a little personalized message. But the quote is a quote by Henry Nouwen, one of my favorite writers, and it's a quote that I want to share with you guys because I think that this message really needs to be told to our students. I'm going to read it. To celebrate a birthday means to say to someone, "Thank you for being you." On a birthday, we do not say thanks for what you did, for what you said, or for what you accomplished. No, we say thank you for being born and for being among us. That is a message that I am passionate about my students getting. And I hope you're passionate about your students getting that message too, that they're an individual in your room that you care about, that you love. And this is something that we need to tell our students more often. And when those relationships are solid, it's no surprise that students achieve better as well. When they know that their teacher cares about them, when they know that their teacher loves them, when they know that their teacher knows their birthday. So I hope that works for you guys this semester. Again, just an idea of something you can do. But just remember 2 things. Please be compassionate for your students. Understand that they're facing things in their life. And second, celebrate birthdays. It's a blast, and it really lets our students know that we care about them. Thank you guys for your time.